Family Force 5 has gangsta names because we grew up in Atlanta, and you know our music started happening when the hip hop craze was happening, and there was Lil Jon and 50 Cent and Big Boy and Andre 3000 and all these dudes that we were like, man, it just doesn't have the same ring if we're like Derek and John and Jacob and Josh and Nathan and stuff. So I mean Solomon does have a cool name, but you know we just decided to kind of make it as a joke actually, and so all of us have names. I am Chap, Stique. We have Fatty and Crouton and Nate Daddy and all that stuff, and Soul Glow Activator, and we thought it'd be kind of a joke. But then as we were around town, kids got super into it. They were like, "Oh my gosh, there's Fatty, Fatty!" And we just, you know, it kind of stuck, and we thought it'd be fun to keep going with it. But I will say, a couple of the dudes are kind of over their nicknames. They're like, "Man, I'm sick of being Crouton." That's what Crouton said the other day. He's like, "I think I'm going to be Amtrak," or maybe even Scantron was another one he said, which I think is pretty cool. You know, I have a lot more respect for a dude named Scantron than Crouton. So we'll see. Cool Breeze is what Nate Daddy wants to be, which I think is pretty cool too. But I don't know how often we can keep changing our names. We'll have to see. I don't know what you would call Family Force 5's genre at this point in the game. We change a lot, and I think that's really healthy and really good and fun. You know, I guess people have called it crunk rock over the years because there kind of wasn't anything else to call it. It's just rock and roll with some, you know, hip hop elements and a lot of funk and R&B and kind of some beat oriented, I guess, music that people are having trouble defining, and we are too. So we just call it party rock. We call it Family Force 5. You know, I think that's the best thing to call it. But I don't know. A lot of people always ask if we created a genre, and I just don't. I haven't heard a lot of bands that sound like Family Force 5. So I mean, we are kind of weird and different and unique, but the ones that people compare us to really, to us, don't sound anything like what we grew up listening to or what we make. But so I don't know. I don't think it's necessarily a genre yet. I'm just kidding. No, not to sound. That sounded kind of arrogant when I was kidding around. But I just meant no. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens in the future. Yeah, the 3 EP that we just released is kind of what we call like an appetizer. You know, the fans have been saying it's been way too long since there's been music from Family Force 5, and we agreed. So. We are making a new record. It will be out this summer, and we just decided why not put out a couple tracks ahead of time and let people get a little bit of flavor. But there's you know, it's a cool piece, but there's also some big like rock elements that aren't on the EP that I think people are gonna dig, and it's indicative of the record. But I think the rest of the songs are even in a pretty cool space that some of the songs on this EP don't go. So we're excited about all of it. I think the record's probably going to be called 3. At this point, that's the working title, but we might not even call it 3. It just might be like the symbol, like Prince, you know, like don't even call us 3. Like Led Zeppelin 4, you know, it was cool, man. Kind of an enigma. Roman numerals. Yo, what's up? This is Chap, Stique from Family Force 5. Pub Fresh is fresher than Charmin Ultra. You know, that fresh toilet paper that's real soft with the bears on the commercials? It's pretty fresh. Pub Fresh is even more fresh than that. If you can believe it. I don't want a sore bottom either.